And good morning. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Tom Barfield Show. Glad to have you with us as we kick off a brand new day. They say this is the slowest sports day of the year, and I'm not going to argue with them. I mean, look, we had the All-Star game last night. And I will say this, because we do have World Cup soccer, that it may not be totally the slowest day of the year, but it is kind of slow. I mean, there's not a million things going on, I can assure you that. But anyway, we're glad to have you with us as we kick off this Wednesday. Got a lot of fun things to do on the program today. Are you familiar? And by the way, let's say good morning to Logan. Logan's back in master control. Good morning, Logan. How are you, buddy?
I'm good.
You ready to go? Day two. This is day two for Logan, by the way.
Yes.
On the production side of it. So, Logan, today, this is going to be a fun day. We've got. Do you? And be honest. Do you watch the television show The Voice?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
I love it. I absolutely love it. But anyway, the Voice. Alan Carter, the director of the television program The Voice, is going to be on the program today. Alan,
I'm excited.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Alan does. He directs The Voice, and it has for 29 seasons. This is going to be their 30th season. He's also directs CMA awards, the CMA Summer Fest, a lot of music videos. He's done a ton of Phil Collins videos. He's produced and directed a ton of Phil Collins videos. So, and he is a huge sports fan, Texas sports fan, because he's from Waco. He went to Conley High School. So he's going to be on the program. And he also worked at Channel 10, KWTX. He did a television program called the PM Magazine. So he was in front of the camera in those days, but now he's behind the camera, and he's going to be on the program. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll visit with him. Bryce Cherry, the Waco Trib, will catch up with him as well. So we got some things to do. We're going to talk a lot about the All-Star game last night. Some pros, some cons. On the production side of the broadcast, and look, sometimes things just happen. I think they had a great idea. It just didn't work when it comes to the in-game interviews. It just for the player interviews, the manager interviews were fine. The player interviews, while guys were at the plate, while guys were out in the outfield or playing on the infield, the audio was bad at best. So I mean, and look, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big in-game interview guy. I don't like them. I don't like halftime interviews. Post-game's fine. I don't like halftime interviews. I certainly don't like in-game interviews. I know that and that's kind of the thing now. You get to the fourth or fifth inning, they're going to interview the manager. They're going to, at the end of the first quarter, they're going to interview the basketball coach. I'm not a big fan of that at all. You know what? Let those guys work. And then when the game's over, then you can talk to them. But this was an all-star game last night. So it's a little different animal. And I was perfectly fine with the in-game interviews. I applaud them for everything that they tried. Just didn't work. It just did not work. So, but anyway, now I tell you what did work is I thought that the tribute to Sandlot, the movie The Sandlot, I thought that was fantastic. And then they had the playing of America the Beautiful with the late Ray Charles on the video. And then they had the fireworks show, which I thought was as good a fireworks show as you're going to see. Of course, it's Philadelphia. It's the 250th birthday of America, last week. So the fireworks show was phenomenal. I thought the city of Philadelphia, I thought the Philadelphia Phillies did a tremendous job hosting the event. And I thought the game was good. I enjoyed the game. I like pitching and defense, and we got a little bit of that last night. So we'll dive into all of that stuff. So that's we got that going. I got to tell you a cool personal story. In Logan, I think you may appreciate this. I have a niece. Well, I got a couple of nieces. I got several nieces. Anyway, my niece, Lana Honey, is celebrating a birthday today, right? Her daughter, her last child, her youngest child, was also born on July the 15th. So mother and daughter get to celebrate a birthday today. So we say happy birthday to Lana Honey and to Kylie Joe Honey. So just kind of a personal thing there. All right, Logan, Today is a big day. Today is National Hot Dog Day. There you go. National Hot Dog Day. All right. I got to know. And by the way, from a technical standpoint, I'm going to say yes to this. I've debated this for hours. Logan, in your opinion, is a chili dog a hot dog, or is a chili dog a standalone thing? What do you think?
I 100% believe that a chili dog is a hot dog. It's just another thing added to a hot dog.
I agree. I think it's a condiment. I mean, it's not
Yes.
it's not a standalone deal, right? Okay.
It's an add-on.
Yeah, it is. That's a good way to put it. It's an add-on. We got an add-on with chili. So, but I would tell you this. I like chili dogs, but when I do chili dogs, I just want the chili. I don't want any other condiments. Are you a big condiment dude?
Yes, I like fully loaded. I like to go all the way with it.
Even with a chili dog?
Chili dog, actually, probably just the cheese and maybe ketchup, actually.
Okay. All right, so I'm not doing cheese, and I'm not doing onions. I am now. If it was just a plain hot dog, are you a ketchup, mustard, or dry?
I'm ketchup and mustard, and might as well
Really?
add relish to that too. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm a sweet relish guy. I don't really like the pickle relish on a dog. I'll do it if there's no other relish, but I think I like the sweet relish a lot better. I'm mustard, not ketchup. Now, if there's nothing, I'm not opposed to dry. The far right there, I mean, it's dry.
Yeah.
That dude is dry. I'm not opposed to that. So I can do, but I'm not doing ketchup. I'm just not.
Just not a fan.
Yeah, and I'm not doing onions. Excuse me, but I am going to do mustard, and I am going to do sweet relish, and that's the way I like to roll. Now, if I'm doing chili, it's chili only. It is chili only. Occasionally a little relish, but most of the time it's chili only. And now that it's National Hot Dog Day, I'm thinking today I may want a hot dog. I mean, I'm kind of that. Does that
the exact same thing? Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it is. So, if there's a hot dog stand anywhere close, you want to roll some by, we're here.
We'll be here.
Yeah, I mean, we're right here at Elm and what is that, MLK right there? So
yeah.
we're at the corner of Elm and MLK, and that's where our studios are. And you can bring a hot dog by. So there you go. All right, we got a lot going on today, and we are so excited that you're with us. Coming up in a few minutes, again, Alan Carter is going to join us. He is from The Voice, and he'll be here, and we'll talk about The Voice. We'll talk some Cowboy football, some Ranger baseball. The first play, you know what? The Rangers are in first place at the All-Star break. You cannot take that away from them. They're 49-47. What does that mean for the second half? And again, it's technically we're past the second half. We're past the 81 game mark for the season. But you know what I mean. Yeah, we kind of look at the All-Star break as the halfway point of the season. Are the Rangers going to be buyers? I mean, is there something that they desperately need? We had Jeff Wilson on yesterday, and he right now he just does not like the bullpen, and I get it. Bullpen needs help. I think they still need a bat. This is, where are we with Corey Seager? Is he going to be back? Is he going to be able to play? Is the back going to prevent him from playing? So, there's a lot of questions, and we're going to talk with Alan. I mean, Alan has made friends. He's got some friends on the inside. He's not just a television director and a video director, but he's kind of an insider when it comes to the Rangers, and he's a huge Cowboy fan. So we'll get into all of that with Alan coming up in a few minutes here on the program. Let's see, what else do we need to mention to you as we get rolling? Yeah, we're gonna talk some World Cup a little later on in the program as well. So that's kind of what we have planned for you on, quote, the slowest day of the year in sports. So anyway, our program, as always, is presented by our good friends at Toe King. Thanks to Gary Hoffman and his family-owned, family-operated business offering 24-hour roadside assistance. The roadside assistance phone number, you need to put this in your cell phone. Keep it handy. Hope you never have to use it, But if you do, nice to know that they're available for you. It's 254-666-5484. That's 254-666-5484. It is Toe King. All right, we get the break, and then we come right back with more of the program in just a moment. This is the Tom Barfield Show for a Wednesday. Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Toe King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Toe King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Toe King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Toe King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
Family owned and operated, Jasper's Barbecue is serving up Texas-style barbecue meats and sandwiches and all the fixins. Enjoy mouth-watering brisket, ribs, pulled pork, and don't forget the potato salad and barbecue beans. Located in Waco on Elm Street, right off of I-35, open Tuesday through Saturday 10 until 2 or until the food runs out. Stop by today and enjoy the best barbecue around. Voted one of the best barbecue joints by Texas Monthly. That's Jasper's Barbecue in Waco. You won't leave hungry.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
All right, welcome back into the program. It is a Wednesday edition, middle of the week, middle of the month. This is July. Football is just around the corner. My goodness. Coaching school, Texas High School Coaches Association. The coaching school is coming up this weekend. Starts this weekend down in Houston. So that is always kind of a significant point to starting high school football, volleyball, and that kind of stuff. We welcome into the program today the director of the television program on NBC, Alan Carter. Good morning, my friend. How are you?
I'm great, buddy. How are you?
Doing terrific. We appreciate your time as always.
Hey, now listen, I got to jump in. Hang on.
Yeah, let's go.
Jasper's Barbecue. Holy crud. I had completely forgotten about Jasper's Barbecue. I just saw that ad.
Good. It is GOOD good.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And going back to the previous conversation, mustard and relish only.
Okay.
But if we do chili, I still have to have a layer of mustard.
Do you now?
I do. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, I'm craving a dog right now. I mean,
me too. I just texted my family. It's National Hot Dog Day. Where are we going?
I gotta know, man. Where are you right now? I mean, what city, what state? In fact, what country are you in?
Well, we are in Los Angeles, outside of Los Angeles. We have a place outside Los Angeles. We have two homes, in Nebraska and Omaha, and here. And we're here because I am currently shooting season 30 and season 31 of The Voice. So a bit of a schedule right now for the next month or so, and then we'll take a couple of month break and come back, later in the fall.
I don't want to dive too deep into this thing because I'm not going to understand it. I'm not very smart. But how do you do two seasons at once? I mean, 30 and 31?
Yeah, because it's a budget thing. We used to shoot year round for, 10, 12 years. And finally, as we all know, fewer and fewer people are watching live TV. It's just the way it is. So our budget is not what it was. The budget for all these shows, American Idol and Dancing with the Stars, has all kind of gone down. That's just the way life is in the TV world. So we had to come up with a creative way to stay on the air. And one thing was, we have 3 sets, right? We have the blind audition set, then we tear that down, then we build the battle round set, and then we tear that down, and then we build the live set. So we were doing that 6 times a year, 3 for each season, right? Because we do 2 seasons a year. Well, what made more sense is to build the blind audition set, bring in a set of coaches and contestants, let's say for season 30, go through the blind auditions, change the chairs out, bring in the new coaches, bring in new contestants, keep the set the way it is, and then shoot season 31 blind auditions. Then change the set. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, a lot of work, but yeah.
It's a lot of work, but at the same time, you get 2 seasons done in half the amount of time, which as a director, I'm fine with, because, you know, I'm paid by the episode. So it doesn't matter when I shoot the episode. So it ends up giving me more free time to go gallivanting around the world. So,
And you do that.
yeah. So it's a sweet time of life. You know, the show has been going on for my kids were in their early teens, and now my son's 30 and my daughter's 27. So it's been a blessing in our lives, obviously. So it's wonderful.
I was going to say, you've been there for every episode of the previous 29 seasons. When you started this thing, I guess April of 2011, did you envision 30 seasons of this program?
No, as a matter of fact, my producer, Audrey, who she's been my producer for 25, 27 years. We've done a lot of shows together. When she first said to me, well, we've got this thing, you know, American Idol was huge at that point. I mean, like 35 million viewers every week. So we were like, oh gosh, a singing competition show, we're going to get massacred, but at least it's 8 weeks of work. So we came along at a really good time. We were very positive. Idol wasn't always positive. They liked making fun of people. We didn't do that. And they had a few people change in and out with their coaching. So it was just a perfect storm when we came in with the positivity and the red chairs and not seeing I thought those red chairs were the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life. Now I think they're gorgeous.
I bet you do. So the coaches, how obviously they're the quote stars of the show, along with the contestants, but picking the right coaches, is that kind of a key element to the success of the season and of the program for that particular season?
Yeah, I think it's less so now. I think at the very beginning, one of the reasons why we took off is because we had legitimate pop stars and our country stars, our music stars, right? Our 4 coaches, Blake, CeeLo, Adam, and Christina, were stars. I mean, and they had #1 albums and #1 hits, and they could sing anything. And so that was a major advantage for us. So keeping that core for a while until we got really big was great. And then just strategically swapping one out for another one as we went along was also very good for us. And so now I think when we swap out, which we swap out every season now, I think it's more the show is the star. And as long as we get 3 or 4 really great personalities who know how to play the game and how to work the show, it still works. And so season 30, we will have, if I can remember, because I keep getting 30 and 31 confused. Season 30, we'll have Riley Green, which everybody loves a good country hunk. So, we have Queen Latifah, who is just a sweetheart. I've worked with her over the years many times, and she's just fabulous. And we have Kelly Clarkson and Adam Levine. So, you know, it's a bit of new and a bit of old, or established, I guess. Season 31 is Riley, Queen, and Joe Jonas. There you go. So,
how about that? So you're back to a three coach panel for 31.
Well, the other thing we did is our fall season has always been the most popular instead of the spring. Mm-hmm. Spring season, starting last year, we cut down in the amount of episodes. Again, saving money. We cut down on episodes and a coach, and it worked well. It worked fine. The game changes a little bit, but you know, trying to stay on the air, Tom.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, does 30 look different than the others? I mean, obviously it's a significant number, your 30th season. So is there anything going to be different with 30 that, like last year, I think you had kind of some cool things going on, but is 30 going to be any different than what we as fans normally watch?
30 is going to be very traditional. And what I mean by that is, over the years, we've done a lot of gags and things like that during the blind auditions to make it fun and what have you. And we're going back to just old school blind auditions this time. So I think it's you're gonna in the set is more traditional this year. So I think when you watch it, you're gonna think that's the old voice right there. And we think our audience is ready for that, to just go back to the way it was in the beginning. And so that's kind of what we've done.
Final thought for you on this, from the director's chair. I'm always curious, how different is it for you personally? And I would think there would be some tension maybe, but directing a taped program as opposed to later in the year when you go live, how different is it from your chair?
Taped program, I don't know. I usually have the Rangers on another monitor right next over here. My technical director, his name is also Alan. We call it the sports book. And so when I walk in the morning, he looks at me and goes, I know the Rangers start at 5 and this starts at 7 and blah, 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 blah. And he's always got the sports going on. That's because when you're not live, there are breaks, you sit around for 5-10 minutes while things are being set and, So it's obviously not as much pressure as when you're live. I can't have the Rangers on when I'm live because it'll be distracting. So, it's just a lot more laid back. And I will say, you mentioned I've done every episode. I actually stepped out of the chair for the first 5 episodes of season 30. And I had a guest director come in and sit down because the schedule shifted to where my wife and I were going to be on our boat out in the Caribbean. And I just, Tom, I'm in my mid 60s and I'm tired of missing vacations with my wife. I don't know how you feel about this sort of thing, but I've just decided I'm going to start slowing down a little bit. So I brought in a guest director to kind of sit in, and he's probably going to replace me a couple more weeks in the fall as I just kind of start dialing back just a little bit.
I hear you. I'm doing this, and I can assure you this, when it's done, will be my last one.
See? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all there. Yeah, we're all there. Yeah.
There's no question I am done. All right. Did you get to see any of the All-Star game last night?
I did not. I played a twilight golf yesterday, Tom. And on the West Coast, the game started at 5:00. So by the time I sat down at a Mexican restaurant with my wife, I saw the last 2 innings. But it looked tremendous, and the whole vibe from Philadelphia seemed wonderful.
It was. I mean, they did some really cool things. I thought, and I'll be honest with you, from a production piece, I said this at the top of the show, I am not a fan of in-game interviews, but I thought with, the format yesterday was different. It's an all-star game. Right. They struggled with in-game interviews. I mean, but they had guys mic'd up at the plate. They had guys mic'd up in the outfield. I mean, they're interviewing guys while they're swinging the bat. I mean, right. Some of it worked, some of it didn't, and it was live television, and that's just the way it goes. But they did a salute to Sandlot, the movie Sandlot, in the bottom of the 4th. I thought it was phenomenal. I mean, they had a fireworks show. They had kids come out on the field riding bicycles. I mean, it really was a cool piece. And then they had the late, great Ray Charles singing America the Beautiful on video. It really was a nice piece, and I don't know who put that together, but kudos to those folks. I mean, I thought the bottom of the 4th, when the 4th inning, bottom of the 4th ended, it was phenomenal.
That sounds great. I saw them all. They were signing like the Declaration of Independence or something like
when
that.
They came out, when they were introduced, they would come out and they would sign the lineup card or the cool. Declaration of Independence. Yeah, it was really well. Yeah. So whoever put all that together, I thought, and plus we were in Philadelphia, 250. I mean, there was a lot of cool things to it. All right, let's talk about your Rangers. They're 49-47. But they're in fourth place.
Yeah, thank God for the American League West.
Yeah, it is, and I keep waiting for somebody in the West, Alan, to win 5 or 6 in a row and kind of separate themselves. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how good this Ranger team is, but I know this is this thing is probably going to come down to the very end.
Well, you've probably touched on this already, but I was looking at some stats yesterday. Our starting pitching is nowhere near as good as it was last year, which is odd that we're better this year than we were last year, even though our pitching is nowhere near as good. Our bullpen is pretty iffy, except for a couple of arms down there. And the lineup just continues to be scrappy and good. And we're coming back from being down in the 8th inning, which we never did the last 2 years. So those are the positives and negatives that have somehow kind of mixed together to put us in first place. And again, thankfully, we're in the American League West, where 2 games over 500 is first place. But a lot of the American League is that way right now. The National League is like kicking our butts this year. But I don't know. I think we have to get Corey Seager back. We have to get him on the field somehow, and because he is the best hitter on the team when he's healthy. So, having said that, I think the hero of the Rangers lineup this year is Zeke Duran. He's been phenomenal, and he plays a great shortstop. He plays right field. He plays left field. He plays second base. He plays third base. And if you recall, we got him in the Joey Gallo trade, if you recall. We got him and Josh Smith in some pitcher, I can't remember, in that trade, and they both contribute. And I just think Zeke has been an amazing spark. These 2 guys that we picked up on waivers, Lopez and our catcher, they've contributed. And I think more than anything, what I've noticed, Tom, about this year's Rangers team is culture. It's a fighting, winning culture that they have. And so being 2 games over 500 and in first place, I think that's just all about the culture of the locker room. And we're not going to give up. It seemed like they just gave up the last 2 years when they got behind, right? Didn't it feel that way?
Yeah, it did. And, I keep, and again, it's the local flavor piece for me. If we can get Bradford back, that would add another arm, and you could probably use him in a number of different ways.
Yeah,
I know he's throwing some in minor league appearances. I think they're going to walk him up, so it's probably 4 or 5 weeks away. But man, oh man, if you could get another arm like him back in the fold, that would be nice. I think he threw 1 inning the other night, minor league rehab, and I think they're just going to walk him up. But if we could get him back on the bump, that would add to either the back end of the pen, or he can help them in a number of ways.
I agree. And we still have to realize that Rocker and Leiter, although he's obviously injured right now, and Mackenzie Gore are still developing. And so you never know which Rocker you're going to get, but when he's on, he's fantastic, and when he's not, he looks young. And so that's just the way. And Mackenzie Gore is the same way. So they're both still developing, and so we have to keep that in mind as we go forward. But I agree, another arm. I heard you say before I got on there, another bat. I agree with that, but it's like what are we going to? We can't really concentrate on all of it.
Yeah.
I don't think Chris Young's going to do that much at the trade deadline, but yeah, and the bullpen just needs help. So we got to figure out a trade for bullpen help and what have you in order to make it the rest of the way.
All right, just bottom line: are you buying All-Star? Are you buying postseason tickets? Are you in line right now to get the playoff tickets?
Let's talk on September 1st.
All right, we'll do that. Final thought for you. I know you Cowboys train right up the road. Do you get to sneak up to?
It is such a freaking zoo up there. Absolutely not. I'm done with zoos. When I was a young man, I drove up there several times, and I fought my way to the side of the fence to lean over and look between 2 people. It's too much, just too much. But no, I don't make it out there much. But I always do make it down to Arlington to watch a couple of games live every year. So that's always fun. They're far more frustrating than the Rangers are. Oh. That's for sure.
Every time you get your hopes up, right? I mean, every time you think, okay, they've kind of put together a roster, they've constructed a roster that's got a chance, and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So Anyway, hey,
Yeah, there you go. That's how people feel about the Cowboys. Yeah,
well, yeah. I mean, it's you find somebody under 30, and you have to explain to them that once upon a time, this was an organization that won a lot of football games. Hey, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate your time. Tell us, hopefully you have the dates there. When does season 30 kick off for you?
Oh gosh, I knew you were going to ask me that.
And what if I was to tell you it's September the 21st?
There you go. That's it.
September 21st. Hey, I did. I prepped. I'm telling you, I prepped. It's right here, September 21st.
It's funny what the way we operate now is I don't go to editing anymore, obviously. But they send you links and I look at it and I give my 2 cents and what have you. Then we move on. And as far as how it airs, that's up to the network, not me. But thank you for telling me that it begins on September 21st.
So I know when you do, and you do a lot of these, and I appreciate it. Hey, Alan, thank you. I appreciate.
I had to show you. I got to show you something.
Sure.
I just found this the other day.
What do you got?
Come on.
Are you kidding me?
Come on.
How about that? How about that Conley Cadet logo?
I know, right?
How about that? So you didn't put it on your jacket?
It was on my jacket and it fell off.
Oh. That's the football logo, right? That is awesome.
It's my football letter jacket.
Okay,
yeah.
So before I let you go, my head coach was Chuck Mills. Who was your head football coach?
Yeah, Chuck.
Chuck?
Well, he came in my senior year. We were not very good my senior year because he was changing the culture, and the next year you guys took off.
Yeah, no doubt. So Coach Hanks would have been prior to that, then, right?
He was up to that point, yes.
Okay, well, there you go.
There you go.
Do you ever get here? I know you say you get to Arlington. Do you ever get to Waco much?
My aunt still lives there. Well, actually, no, she just moved. No, I have no one really living there anymore. So what we'll do is if I'm my mom lives down in Victoria, Texas. So if I'm driving from Victoria up to Dallas to see a Ranger game or something like that, I'll drive by. I'll just see. I'll stop by and take a look. And
you stop in the parking lot and start singing the school song or anything?
No, I just stay in the car.
Alan,
I will. Hang on. I will. I drove by my house. I don't know if you remember. We lived in Elmont.
Yeah.
On Old Elmont Road there, and I dropped by the house about 3 years ago, and I go by, and it's a dinky little house, and tied to the tree in front of the house was a donkey.
No.
And I thought, well, that encapsulates Elmont right there. No offense to anybody who's living in Elmont right now.
No, I mean, heck, we all grew up out there, right?
That's where I grew up.
All right. Hey, Alan, thank you. Appreciate your time as always.
All right, buddy.
Hey, we'll catch up with you in football.
All right, sounds 31.
Great. We'll do it when season 31 hits.
All right, thanks, buddy. Talk to you later.
That's Alan Carter. He directs The Voice for NBC, and man, he loves his Rangers and Cowboys. We'll get a break right here. We'll come back. We got Bryce Cherry waiting in the waiting room very patiently. I hope he's being patient. We're running a little late today. We're brought to you in part by Lake Waco Golf Club. It's a semi-private facility on the north side of town. Man, it's just great guys out there. You're going to love working with the Lake Waco guys. And you can get a tee time at 254-756-2161. That's 254-756-2161. Or check them out at wacogc.com. And we're right back with more in a moment. Since 1996, Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers at 18th and Herring has been serving Waco's best burger. There's nothing better than a delicious burger cooked just the way you like it, with garden fresh toppings on a buttered bun. Add tots, fries, curly fries, or onion rings for a perfect meal. So what are you waiting on? How about Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers today? Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers. And don't forget to ask about Double R's catering.
Looking for insurance that truly fits your life? At Barfield Show Insurance Group, we make it simple. Whether it's auto, home, life, or business insurance, we represent a wide range of top-rated companies, so you get the coverage you need at the price you'll love. Our mission? Delivering the highest quality protection at the lowest possible cost without cutting corners. Call Barfield Show Insurance Group today at 469-579-4982 for your free quote. Barfield Show Insurance Group, coverage you can count on at a price you deserve.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Hey, Leroy the Copier Dog here. Ready for an upgrade on a brand new Kia Sierra copier? Call CTWP. We'll find the perfect fit for your business. Stay local. Call CTWP before you sign. CTWP, your local copier company.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
And you're back with us on the program as we welcome into the show the sports editor of the Waco Tribune-Herald, Bryce Cherry. Bryce, first of all, my apologies for keeping you hanging on that long. Some days it just runs long. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you being with us. Can you hear us okay, Bryce?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you fine. Thanks, buddy. Hey, did you get a chance to watch the All-Star game last night?
I did. It was pretty entertaining. I thought it was a little cheesy when they did the Sandlot homage. Everybody loves the Sandlot, so it was still kind of cool, but it was, they do some different things for the All-Star game, and they had at the beginning of the game where the guys came out and they had almost like the Declaration of Independence that they were signing, as they came out and were introduced. That was kind of a little cheesy as well, but the game itself, I mean, what can you say about the American League pitching? They brought it.
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, they 3 hits to that vaulted National League team. And see, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. I liked the bottom of the 4th thing, the Sandlot thing. I thought maybe it was one of the highlights for me. Now, I will say this. The in-game interviews where the guy's actually at the plate and the earpiece is falling out and you can't hear him, and it's nice try, but that's a strikeout. I thought the in-game interviews, good effort, Fox, but it just didn't work out for them.
Yeah, I'm not generally a fan of those in-game interviews. It's asking a lot of those guys to play and to talk at the same time. It was kind of cool at times to, obviously Shea Langoliers was one of the guys that was mic'd up at one point. And it was cool to hear Cease on the mound going, what do we do? What do we do? Let's go back to that. Like just sort of the thought process. That was sort of interesting. But again, it's asking a lot. And I thought it was easier for the pitcher or the catcher than it was for the hitter. The hitter's up there and he's trying to guess what that pitcher's throwing. And, sometimes they'd ask a question right as the pitch was going to come, so
yeah.
That was asking a lot. So God bless those guys for doing that.
And I'm and I said this at the top of the show. I'm 1,000% with you. If it's a regular season game, I despise in-game interviews. I don't think we ought to be talking to coaches in the 5th inning. I don't think we ought to be talking to basketball coaches at the end of the 1st quarter.
Right.
A brief word from a coach walking off the field at halftime, I can tolerate and live with. But these true in-game interviews, I despise them, Bryce. I think it's ridiculous, and I think asking the coaches to do that is wrong, but that's where we are, and that's the world we live in now.
Yeah, 95% of the time, you're not going to learn anything anyway.
Yeah,
They're
what
not
are they
gonna
going to tell
say
you?
it.
Exactly. What exactly are they going to tell you?
Exactly. I mean, and in the NBA now, they've gone away a little bit from the coach interview in game and gone to player interviews in game to shake it up. And they don't tell you anything either. So, I mean, the questions are fairly, fairly ordinary, fairly innocuous, and the answers tend to follow that same theme.
Hey, I wanted to talk to you about this, and we've never actually had a conversation about this, and we are today. We have a 12-team playoff in college football. I'm a proponent of 16. I think trying to get all of our conference champions, and I think we should reward all of our conference champions, and then get the correct teams into the field. Because for me, I'm looking for the two best teams at the end of the year, not the two best teams at the beginning of the year. So I think 16 would be a number that would work. But we're hearing 12, continuing with 12. You hear 16, you hear 24. Where are you on the playoff? And do you even like a college football playoff? I mean, where do you stand?
I better like a college football playoff. I was one of those sports writers who, for decades, wrote that column like, what are we doing? Why do we not have a playoff? I remember writing a column one time where I was like, if the aliens came down and we were to explain college football to them, even they would be like, now how do you determine a winner? You vote on it at the end of the year. No. So I'm a big proponent of the playoff. And I think they're realizing, boy, we should have done this a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's a license to make money. First of all, I mean, they were really missing the boat on that. But as far as the number, I don't tend to dicker too much over what the number is. I tend to agree with you that 16 is it's a bracket. It makes sense. Like that's a number that we can you go from 16 to 8 to 4 to 2, and then you crown a champion. So I think that's a number that makes sense. I know the Big 12 coaches are in favor of 24. And the reason they're in favor of 24 is because we have a 12-team playoff right now. They can only get one in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, the more spots,
wouldn't they? Those guys would absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. The more spots the more spots that are in it, the more Big 12 teams that are going to get in it, but also the more SEC and Big 10. So, so I think 24 is a little inflated, but I think somewhere, like you said, in the middle of that is probably the sweet spot.
Talk a little bit about Baylor. Some guys, I saw one article that had Baylor winning 4 games. I've seen one article where they got them winning 6. Have you had a chance to, I know you've been on vacation and we just come off of media days. Have you had an opportunity to really kind of break it down? And do you have a number in mind that you think this team is really capable of winning if things go well, if the quarterback plays well, if you get good line play? Have you got a number?
Shoot, I don't know. It's so funny. People. I don't think people actually who know us consider us experts, but we don't know. Like, honestly, like, do we know how it's going to play out? Heck no. Like, can they win 8 games? I think that's doable. And I think it's honestly where they need to be if they're going to run it back with Dave Aranda in 2027. He knows he's on the hot seat. There's a lot of pressure for him to win this year. We've asked the question to Doug McNamee before. Is there a number? Is there a number that he needs to win? And Doug has said, no, there's not a specific number. I think it's more like we'll know it if we see it, and that's fair. That said, I think it's going to be hard to bring him back if it's 6-6. That's just people are not going to get behind that. That's not going to generate a lot of fan enthusiasm for this program that has sort of just stagnated. So yeah, I mean, I think they need to win 8 games at least.
And when we were talking with him at media days, I asked the exact same question. Doug, do you have a number? No, I don't. But it's going to be a feel. And look, I'm with you. 500 I don't think it excites the fan base. I don't think it energizes the place. I don't think it gives the program momentum moving into 27. It just doesn't. And I know that this sounds silly. It's not only winning. I think you almost have to win with some pizzazz, if you will. I mean, there's got to be some. I don't think 6-3 gets people excited. I think you got to have some. I think there's got to be some electricity, if you will, about where the program is and where it's headed, and you got to feel like, hey, you know what? We've got the corner turned, and now look out. I mean, that's just kind of my 2 cents worth.
One of the main complaints that I've heard from Baylor fans these last couple years is they're just not fun to watch. And I talk to a lot of fans at church, just around town, readers who give me feedback, and that's been a recurring complaint. And yeah, I agree with you. They're going to have to not only win, but they're going to have to put a product on the field that people want to stay and watch. I applaud Doug McNamee for a lot of the fan initiatives that he's doing. Trying to get people to come out and make a product that that'll be good. That you can go to the concession stand and you don't have to give them a kidney to get a Coke. But like all of that's fine. But ultimately, if you're going to put butts in the seats, you're going to have to win games, and you're going to have to put a product on the field that people want to watch. So that's a tough challenge. But I do think the Big 12 is fairly wide open again. So could Baylor put together a run and maybe even go into November with a chance to to get to Jerry World? It's not out of the realm of possibility. I don't think there's a team out there where it's like, oh, nobody's going to beat so-and-so. Nobody's going to beat BYU. Nobody's going to beat Texas Tech. I think all of those teams are vulnerable.
I agree with you, and that bothers me, I think, about the league. I mean, we don't have, it doesn't appear anyway, maybe Tech, maybe BYU, but we don't have that team that's that you just like, circle this one, this is trouble. To me, that's kind of bothersome for the league.
Yeah, although if you talk to Texas Tech fans, they would say it's them. They would say they're the Texas Longhorns, the Alabama Crimson Tide of the league now. They're thumping their chest a little bit, and it's been interesting to watch. Because Tech has one conference title in the history of the Big 12, and now now they think they're the big boys. But so that's been interesting, and I do agree that Tech should be the team to beat in terms of like the favorite. But again, when's the last time somebody repeated as the Big 12 champion? It's been a while. It's been since Oklahoma. So it's hard to do. Hard to win it twice in a row. They've obviously got some questions at quarterback. I think Will Hammond's pretty good, but he's also coming off an ACL injury. So, we'll see.
All right. I just got to know, where are you right now? You're certainly not in your office.
I'm at the Hurd Welcome Center on the Baylor campus. As you know, I have a daughter, Millie, who's our last one going to college. And we're going through orientation this week. She's got line camp, and we're learning all the things. I don't know how many times I've heard that we've been drinking out of the fire hose, and that's kind of what it feels like. There's been a lot of sessions, a lot of You got to know this. You got to know this, and here's how much it's going to cost you. So, if any of your sponsors, Tommy, want to give to the college fund, send them my way.
we're going to get you a GoFundMe account started here this morning.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to talk to Brad and Linda about that presidential scholarship.
There you go. All right, Bryce. I appreciate your time as always. We'll talk to you next week. Hey, man, we're going to have a Waco Trib week next week. Next Monday, I got Zach and Michael from Houston down at coaching school is going to be on the program. You'll be back on your regular slot on Tuesday, hopefully. So, well, it's going to be Waco Trib week.
No doubt. Well, coaching school's a great time. They love going. Zach loves going because it's a very sort of low-key time for the Baylor coaches, and they're very approachable. And you can kind of just sort of chit-chat with them a little bit. And then Michael will be doing all the high school stuff, and it'll be, you know how it is at coaching school. It's the polo convention. I mean, there's coaches everywhere. So,
I'm debating on going, but I think I'm kind of leaning on not going. I love it when it's in San Antonio. It's in Houston this year, so I'm like, I don't know. Anyway. All right. Hey, it's the way it goes. Bryce, thanks. I appreciate your time as always, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Tommy. Appreciate it.
You bet. Bryce Cherry, sports editor of the Waco Trib, getting us caught up on what's going on over there. All right. We're brought to you in part by Barfield and South Insurance. Look, if you're looking for auto, home, life, or business insurance, you need a quote. You're looking for the highest quality insurance at the lowest possible price. Here's the phone number for you, 469-579-4982. 469-579-4982. They'll take care of you with a free quote, let you know what's going on. Look, they're an independent agency. They represent a lot of different brands, so they can pick the right company at the right price, put those two together, and make you a winner. 469-579-4982. That's Barfield and South. And you can check them out today. All right, we'll take a break right here. We'll come back with more in just a moment. Since 1996, Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers at 18th and Herring has been serving Waco's best burger. There's nothing better than a delicious burger cooked just the way you like it, with garden fresh toppings on a buttered bun. Add tots, fries, curly fries, or onion rings for a perfect meal. So what are you waiting on? How about Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers today? Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers. And don't forget to ask about Double R's catering.
Looking for insurance that truly fits your life? At Barfield Sowell Insurance Group, we make it simple. Whether it's auto, home, life, or business insurance, we represent a wide range of top-rated companies, so you get the coverage you need at the price you'll love. Our mission? Delivering the highest quality protection at the lowest possible cost without cutting corners. Call Barfield Sowell Insurance Group today at 469-579-4982 for your free quote. Barfield Sowell Insurance Group, coverage you can count on at a price you deserve.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycats mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Hey, Leroy the Copier Dog here. Ready for an upgrade on a brand new Kia Sierra copier? Call CTWP. We'll find the perfect fit for your business. Stay local. Call CTWP before you sign. CTWP, your local copier company.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco. One of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
All right, you're back with us as we roll along here on what is this? This is Wednesday. Yeah, glad to have you with us on the program. Let's get to some sports news, and we're going to bring Logan back in. Logan, we're getting to know each other, buddy. Are you a soccer guy? Is soccer kind of a thing for you?
I know how the sport plays. I don't really know much after that.
Well, you probably know more than I do then. But I will tell you this. In Arlington yesterday, Spain defeats France 2-0 to earn a trip to the championship of the I mean, France, I said 2-0. I think I'm supposed to say 2-0. Am I not?
2-0. Yeah, 2-0.
Yeah, see, so it was 2-0 Spain over France. And today, who do you like, England or Argentina? I'm telling you, I'm putting my money on Argentina.
Same, Argentina all the way.
All right, so Argentina, England today at 2:00, and then those two will play for the championship. Speaking of championship, tomorrow is the start of the Open Championship. Now, we call it the British Open. They call it the Open Championship. It's the 154th Open Championship at Royal Birkdale. So looking forward to golf. I love watching this golf tournament. I love watching it. It's always normally along an ocean, and it's link style golf. And it's early in the morning. We get it live early in the morning. So I'm going to be locked in. I'm going to watch a lot of this golf tournament. Look forward to that. So there you go. All right. Tonight is the ESPYs. And normally, Logan, I don't do the ESPYs real well. I'm just not a big fan. I'll just be honest. I'm not. But I think I'm going to check it out some tonight because Tice Armstrong, the Baylor first baseman, is up for an ESPY. He's nominated for Best Individual Game Performance. On opening night of the college baseball season back in the middle of February, Tice, who had transferred for his senior season, transferred from University of Texas at Arlington to Baylor to play first base, hit a grand slam, then hit another grand slam. Oh, yeah, he hit a third grand slam. 3 grand slams, 12 RBIs in his debut in a Baylor uniform. And that got him nominated for an ESPY. So, we'll check some of that out tonight.
Yeah, I'll probably check the highlights tonight.
Yeah, look forward to that. All right, the All-Star game last night. We mentioned this. Shea Langoliers started. He's a Baylor Bear. Started for the American League. He went 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. They scored 3 in the first. He scored 1 of those 3. So and they really never were in jeopardy of losing the ball game after that. They grabbed a 3-0 lead in the top of the first there in Philadelphia and never looked back because the American League pitching staff only gave up 3 hits. Max Muncy was 0 for 2. Another Baylor Bear started for the National League at third base, the hot corner. And then Braxton Ashcraft, the Robinson Rocket, he didn't play in the game. There's his all-star stuff. And think about this now for just a minute. Braxton's start was scheduled for Friday night, this past Friday. It rained. And so they had to bump his start back to Saturday. So he started the first game of a doubleheader on Saturday. And look, they're not going to run him out there on 2 days rest, Sunday and Monday. So I thought if he did anything, he may face a batter, but they elected not to use him. So neither he or Skeens pitched in the ball game. Neither Pittsburgh pitcher got on the mound, and that's okay. Again, it's an all-star game, and they're in the hunt, and he's having a terrific year, and you just don't want to jeopardize a guy on running him out there on a couple of days rest. So when his start got pushed back to Saturday, I really didn't think he would get on the mound. But I figured if he did, it would be very limited, a handful of pitches just to say he got into the All-Star game. But they elected not to do that. So anyway, now I will tell you this. In the bottom of the 4th inning, they did a tribute to the movie Sandlot. I thought, and Bryce disagreed with me, but I thought this was a cool piece to the All-Star game. Logan, what did you think when you saw this and you saw the kids coming out on bicycles and then there's the fireworks show, and then you had America the Beautiful from the late Ray Charles, and the cool thing I thought, and I know it was choreographed to a great degree, but some of this stuff, Logan, you'll see if you saw it live last night, you saw some of the players, the kids rode out to a individual player. And there was a lot of there's a conference. You see it right there. They're watching the fireworks. They're having conversations. I saw one guy showing a kid how to throw a pitch, and I think that was genuine. I really do. I think some of that stuff was genuine. And again, look, there's a great conversation, and there's one right there. I just thought it was a really cool thing that. And again, I get it. It was choreographed. And there he is showing him how to throw a pitch. It was America's 250th birthday last year. You're in the city of brotherly love, the city of Philadelphia. What did you think of that, Logan? I mean, I personally thought it was a cool piece. And there's
I did too. I thought it was a very cool moment. It felt like a little bit of a nostalgia for baseball because, I mean, for me growing up, we watched Sandlot all the time, and it just like right before, like during this baseball season or like right after it, it just kind of gave us, like me and my siblings and family, gave us just like sort of more excitement to the game of baseball. Really.
I thought, and again, I think you can take some liberties in an all-star game, and they did.
Definitely.
99% of the stuff they did last night, I thought was a home run. I thought the production was done well. Again,
it's going to be more of a show. It's more of an entertainment than it is sport.
I mean, you don't show up every day to the ballpark and have a home run derby, but they had a home run derby the night before. So, look, it's the All-Star break, and you're showcasing your sport. It's I don't know if it still is, but they like to call it America's pastime. I love it, and I love for me, the beauty of baseball is we play every day. There's a game every day. I love it. And not that I don't love football. I do. But football is once a week. And then you got 6 days to talk about it. Baseball, you're talking about it every day. I mean, there's a game every day. So, and I know that, there's in today's society where it's about scoring and you want as many runs, as many points as you can get. It's about offense and all that kind of stuff. I like the randomness of baseball. I mean, one night you may have 1-0. The next night you may have 13-0 or 13-12. I mean,
that's the thing. It's very unpredictable.
Yeah. I like the fact we don't have a clock. Now, I know
exactly.
They've done a lot of things
all day, or it could be, just those
2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah, 2 hours and 5 minutes. Yeah.
You can have a 2:05 game or you can have a 4:05 game. I mean, I like the randomness of that. Everything else has a clock. Now, I know we've done a lot of things to speed up the game. How many times can they throw to first? There's a pitch clock. There's a batter's clock. I mean, there's all kinds of clocks and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, you're not putting, 90 minutes up on a clock and saying, okay, go play the game. And you're not putting 15 minutes up and saying, hey, this is first quarter. It starts at whatever time, at 7:05, and it ends when the 27th out is made. And that's what I love about baseball. So anyway, I thought last night was a cool night. I watched it from start to finish and really, really enjoyed the game. All right. That's kind of what's going on there. And I did mention England and Argentina coming up today in Atlanta, by the way, at 2:00. So, all right, we're going to get a break right here, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at what's going on tomorrow's show. We are brought to you in part by Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers. Thanks to Perry and to David. They're at 18th and Herring. And they're open Monday through Friday from 10 until 4:30, Saturday 10 until 2. Great burgers, tots, fries, onion rings, all that good stuff. Plus, these guys do a tremendous job when it comes to catering. You got an event coming up, and you want a catering. Maybe you got a wedding or something coming up. It's not just burgers. They can cater burgers. They'd be more than happy to. But you know what? If you want spaghetti and meatballs, they can do that as well. They do a tremendous job in their catering department, and they cater just about anything you want done. Check them out. It is Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers. And again, they're at 18th and Herring. We'll get a break right here. We're coming back with more in just a moment.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
Have you heard the latest about CTWP? Let me tell you. How about 2 cents for a color copy? Only Kia Sierra offers. Don't believe me? Do you really copy your dog? Grab your paperwork and let's compare. I guarantee CTWP has the best prices and service.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Is your roof ready for the next Texas storm? Don't wait for a small leak to become a big problem. Call JK Roofing of Waco. Whether you need roof repair, a full replacement, or a professional inspection, JK Roofing has quality workmanship and dependable service you can count on. Locally owned and committed to protecting Central Texas homes and businesses. Call JK Roofing today for your free estimate and get the job done right the first time. Call JK Roofing 254-744-2211. JK Roofing of Waco. Strong roofs, honest work, and peace of mind.
All right, you're back with us as we put the finishing touches on this one for a Wednesday. Coming up tomorrow, we again, the British Open kicks off tomorrow, and we're going to talk a little bit about that and kind of break it down with our good buddy Jones Mitchell over at Lake Waco Golf Club. He'll be talking to us a little bit about what's going on there. So that'll be a lot of fun. We'll do that coming up on the program tomorrow. Also tomorrow, our colleague, if you will, from Rogue Media, Matt Mosley, does a podcast, covering the Cowboys. Does a podcast talking college and professional sports. He bases out of the Metroplex and, has done some radio and some national stuff. So we're going to get Matt Mosley in here, talk a little bit about Baylor football and a lot about the Cowboys and training camp starting later this month. So Matt Mosley will be with us. In fact, I think Matt Mosley's in town today. They've got a live broadcast coming up this afternoon. They're going to be over at Brazos Landing for that. And John Morse will be there at noon today, and Matt Mosley will be there at 1 today. So look forward to that if you want to check that out. But anyway, Matt Mosley will be a part of the program tomorrow. So that'll be a lot of fun. All right, that's going to do it for us. Logan back in master control. Did a great job flipping the switches, turning the knobs, pressing the buttons. We'll see you tomorrow. My name is Tom. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.